But back to that earlier thought, Andrew, look, is EML Payments potentially emerging as one of those beaten up buys? It started with the Irish Central Bank. It's in the tech space. Obviously, it's been beaten up in that. But yesterday it came out with an announcement that it is entering the employee benefits market, or EBM, via a multi-year deal with Up Spain. So it's an expanding sector, apparently. $20 billion, it's saying, of global growth expected between now and 2025. And apparently this deal gives it the opportunity to really stretch its wings into that space in Europe. Look, UBS is liking it, Ord Minnett is liking it, and shares are up by 6.5%. Is EML a buying opportunity now?
Yeah, I think it could be. I mean, this is a great Aussie business. I mean, they were doing 50 million in sales 5 years ago. Now it's closer to 200 million. This latest opportunity that they're getting into in Europe alone, it's a $30 billion market in terms of these employee benefit processes. And I think what's interesting about it is it just shows the versatility of the back-end platform that they've got running here in terms, things like fintech disruptor are terms that get thrown around quite a bit and not always in a correct fashion. But I think that's a very apt label for EML. They've obviously had a lot of trouble with the Irish Central Bank there. I think that's going to be resolved. They'll cop about $10 million in legal fees as associated with that. But 20% revenue growth just recently in the most recent half, big, strong pipeline. Shares probably should have come down a little bit, but I think they've gotten into a territory where they're pretty exciting. Members on Strawman really like it. It's ninth top ranked stock for us. So yeah, I think it's a good buying opportunity.
That's a buy. So Ben, a buy, hold, sell for EML. I don't believe you guys are in this company.
No.
But it has had some tough times.
Yep.
With the gift card option as well. So obviously with people not in malls, that hasn't gone so well through the pandemic. But they have, a lot of different verticals going on. And this one certainly seems that it's a really big opportunity.
Yeah, look, it's not one I'm super familiar with. I'll just say at the start. The only thing I would say is this business was having issues before we sort of got into this big tech sell-off that we've seen to start this year. And my only question, I think, Andrew sounds like he's across the business a lot better than me. So I'm not going to say on the fundamentals. I would make the point that I think there's some tech businesses out there where, the business is just in fantastic shape. The earnings are flying. They had great results in February and upgraded guidance for the year. And they have also been sold off heavily from where they were at Jan 1. And for me, probably a little bit more risk averse, but I probably gravitate more to one of those sort of businesses in this environment. Well, there's quite a few. In the more mature stocks, you've got sort of REA and Seek, which both had great numbers. Altium had a quasi upgrade. So did WiseTech at their results, although WiseTech is Xero backing in on its high. Xero, is off a third. It didn't report, of course, in February.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with Andrew with one thing is the world, I think, the markets have changed this year, and businesses that were continuing to rack up year-on-year losses and were trading on revenue multiples and were still some time away from ever getting to a profit, reliant on the equity market funding those losses routinely.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that party has probably ended now, and I'd back up what he's saying. I don't know if he's talking about the same part of the market, but I think you are going to wait a very long time, if ever, to see some stocks go back to where they were trading at in 2021. So that the market has almost overnight refocused on the old fundamentals we used to talk about that just seemed to get thrown out the window when cash rates were zero and there was a lot of liquidity.
Look, BNPL comes to my mind. We could keep talking about this, but is that a buy, hold, sell? A hold?
I'll go a hold because it has come off a long way, and hopefully they're through the worst of the regulatory issues that they've had.
All right, well, it's trading at about $2.52. UBS has a $4.55 price target on the company. It has a buy recommendation. It says that this deal is an important development that could be significant over the medium term, and it will customize its current platform for the project and has potential to partner further in Europe. So there you go. That is the stock of the day, EML.